Hello, fellow Sudokans, and welcome to Zen and the Art of the Guardian Sudoku puzzle for Thursday, the 10th of June 2021. Today's puzzle is listed as hard, but in the last couple of days I've done a couple of hard level puzzles from the New York Times, and if you've come here expecting it to be that level, I guess don't know at this stage, of course, but I guess it's likely to not be in that league, judging by past experience of the Guardian's hard level puzzles. They tend to be more of a medium and sometimes easy level puzzle. So I'll explain how to play the rules very quickly in a moment. How to play the rules? The rules of how to play the game, of course, I mean. In the news, I see Biden has offered to pay for and send 500 million shots of vaccine to 100 different countries, which is, great. Of course, we wish there were more, because 500 million divided by 100 is, of course, 5 million doses per country. And if people have to have 2 shots, that's approximately 2.5 million people per country, which is not to be sniffed at unless you have the virus. But of course, most, not most, but certainly many poorer countries have city populations of more than 10 million, large mega cities, and so it's definitely not going to cover everything. The US is not saying they're covering everything. Let's hope they don't want too much back in return, because these kind of gifts are, even though they're free, they come with some expectations. As we know, we're not dumb. Okay, let's look at today's puzzle. If you've never played Sudoku before, and it says easy here, because it may say that, I don't know, right? I haven't played the game yet. Not this particular grid, anyway. Of course, I've played Sudoku before. You need to fit numbers 1 to 9 in each of these rows across, and each of these columns down you need to fit in numbers 1 to 9, and then there are these large blocks here that contain 9 squares, and you fit digits 1 to 9 in them. And how do we go about that? Well, look, this block here doesn't have a digit 1 yet, but I can see this one here, meaning that there can be no 1 here or here, and this one meaning there can be no 1 here or here, because 1 can only exist in its row once. So that's got to be a 1 there. That's kind of how we find the numbers. Same thing here. 6 blocking down here, this 6 blocking down here. This 6 means that can't be a 6, and this 6 means that can't be a 6. So 6 has to appear there. Hope that was reasonable. Now, sometimes we like to kind of think forward a little. So look, if you see that this one blocks these 3 squares, we're not looking for the number 1 here, but we're looking to see what's going to happen in this block. This one blocks this square, and this one blocks these 3 squares. What does that mean? It means number 1, digit 1, is limited to here or here. Right? So now we know that that's going to come down and block this square. This one is going to block these 2 squares, and so now there is in fact only 1 space left where we can fit a 1. And now we've got that, this 1 blocking down here, this 1 blocking down here, and this one stopping that square, so a 1 has to appear here, like that. This 2 now blocking across here gives us a 2 in the last remaining square. And 3 blocking along this row here, and this 3 blocking this square, and this 3 all the way down here, stopping that from being a 3, so 3 has to appear there. Okay, so here's something slightly different because I'd prefer to teach you some different ideas if possible. Okay, this row here doesn't contain 8 or 9 just yet. But look, there's an 8 and 9 in the same column, and they both block this square here. Right? So that means that 8 or 9 must appear somewhere in these 3 squares, and now we have an 8 or 9 blocking these 2 squares here. So what does it mean? It means that we know 8 and 9 are limited to this square and this square. Right? 8 and 9 have to be here and here. So we'll put that in just to remind ourselves. Now maybe you can just keep that in your head, maybe you don't really need to do that, but that's okay. Let's just see for now. And so now we can do a couple of things. We can find out what these 2 missing numbers are, and also we can imagine what these 3 numbers are, and then we can check like that. So this is a way we can find out what other numbers we can fill in. So actually, if we look along here, we can see it's 4 and 5 that are missing, but that's not really going to help us. And down here we are missing well, 7 is going to block here, so 7 will be in one of these 2 squares, and the other 5 is going to block here. Okay, so 5 has to appear here or here, like this, and I'm going to so 5, 4, 5, 7. Okay, so actually it wasn't very fruitful, but that is how Sudoku goes sometimes. Sometimes you look for stuff and think it's going to be very useful, and it doesn't turn out to be that useful, but that's okay. In the meantime, while chatting, I've seen a 9 blocking this row, 9 this row, 9 blocking this square, and this 9 blocking this square. So to redeem myself slightly, I'll fill in a digit. As it might feel like I've just wasted your time looking for something. Of course, time is never really wasted when it comes to Sudoku. This 3 blocks up here, this 3 blocks along here, so 3 goes here like this. Okay, and so now we can place these 2 numbers. And how do we go about that? Well, the reason is because this column now is lacking 4, 6, and 8. There's no 4 or 6 or 8 in this column. Those are the 3 missing numbers. But this 8 blocks this square, and this 8 means that can't be an 8. Remember, you can only fill in a number once within its block, so that's not an 8. And this means that's not an 8. So this has to be an 8. Alright, and the missing number here now is 4. So it goes in. Right. Now remember, we know that in this block, okay, so here's a way of thinking, right? So we don't yet have a 9 in this column, in this row here. But look, 8 and 9 are limited to these 2 squares. They have to be in one of these 2 squares, right? And so 9 can't be here because it has to be in one of these 2. So that's not a 9. And this 9 blocks that square there from being a 9. So 9 has to be in this square in this row. And now this 1 blocks here and this 1 blocks here, so that gives us a 1 here, and the last number in this row is a 7. That will also give us a 7 here because 7 stops these 2 numbers from being 2 squares, sorry, from being a 7, so 7 has to be there. In fact, these numbers are what? 4 and 5, aren't they? 4 and 5, but that's not going to help us much at the moment. This 8 blocks along here, 8 blocks along here, 8 blocks down here. So just 1 square left. That can be an 8. This 3 hits this square here, this 3 hits this square here, so in this row 3 must appear in that location there. 4 and 5 are the missing numbers in this row, but this 4 blocks that square from being a 4. So 4 we can write in this cell here, 5 we can write in this cell here. Probably a good idea to move my eyes around the board to another location. I suspect I'm getting tied up a bit in one place. Yeah, I was right. Okay, this 1 blocks up here, this 1 blocks up here, this 1 blocks across there. So just that space there for a 1, and then bring this 1 across, and this 1 across here gives us a 1 there. This 4 leads up here, so 4 will appear in one of these 2 squares, right? Because this 4 blocks these 2 squares. So 4 will appear here. So when it does, it will block that square, and this 4 blocks along this row. So 4 has to appear here. Okay, so now 3 blocking along here, 3 blocking along here, and 3 blocking this square here. So 3 goes there. What are the missing numbers there? 2 and... Okay, missing numbers in this row are 2 and 8. This 8 means it can't be there, so 8 goes there, 2 goes there. I'm sure there's something blindingly obvious that I'm missing. But I am missing it, whatever it is. That's very strange. Okay, so then I'm going to start helping myself by adding some candidates, I guess, because I can't see it without. We were going very well there. I thought I was going to manage to get to the end without filling in candidates, but I guess that's probably not the case now. So I shall go ahead and fill in candidates. Right, and there are plenty of them around. So let's look at this right-hand chute. I think I have a feeling that might be the best place to look. So 7 blocking down here, 7 across. So I'm going to fill in candidate 7 here. 4 is down here, so 4 is in these 2 locations here. Remember, this was a 4 and 5. Let's fill that in just for now. Okay. This 8 blocks down here. Ah, there's a number. Okay. So 8 blocking down here, 8 blocking down here gives us an 8 there. And so the missing number here in this section is 5. But that's not going to do anything. What's missing up here now? 1, 2. We don't have a 3, but 3 is not allowed there. So 3 is in one of these 2 squares here. 4 we have, 5 we don't have, and we don't know. And the other number is 6, and 6 is surprisingly sneaky at the moment. But I've just found a 6 now. Well, no, maybe not, but I've limited it. So 6 blocking up here, so 6 has to appear in one of these two squares, right? And when it does, it will block this square here, and then there's a 6 here, so 6 is, oh dear, the pen is really not working well today. Limited to those two squares there. Oh, I know what I should have done. I just seen the blindingly obvious thing I should have done ages ago. Look, this 8 blocks these two squares. You've been laughing at me, haven't you? So this is clearly a 9, that's an 8 now. So then this 9 means that can't be a 9, that's a 9 there. This is a 5 here now. So in this row, what's missing? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We don't have a 6 or a 7, and this 6 means that can't be so. So 6 is there, 7 is there. This 7 now, that's not true now, is it? So 7 goes there, 4 goes there, and the last number in this block is 5. So this is a 4, that's a 5. This has to be a 2 now, because, okay, 2 blocks this square here, this 2 blocks these two squares here, this 2 blocks this one, this 2 blocks here, so that has to be a 2. Back over here now, what's missing up here? So 2, 5 and 9. Okay, so 2 and 9. Okay, so in this block up here we're missing 2, 5 and 9. Those are the 3 numbers missing, but 2 and 9 are in the same column, and so that's got to be a 5 there. Now we know 5 blocking down here, 5 blocking this square, 5 is here. We wrote in a pair of 6s to save time. 6 there, 3 there, 3 blocking here, 3 blocking this square, so 3 goes here. Last number here is a 2, and so up here that can't be a 2, that has to be a 2. The last number in that block is 9. Okay, almost done now. One number missing from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's a 7, so in goes the 7, which will then block these two numbers, squares I should say here, leading us to put 7 here. And in this column, the last number is 4. If you count through, you'll find it's a 4. This 4 blocks that square, so the 4 goes there and the 6 goes there. What's missing here now? 5 blocks here, so 5 goes here clearly. The last number in this block is a 4. If you count through, you'll find it's a 4. 2 numbers to go. Up here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. 6 stops that from being a 6, so 6 is there, and the last number in that block is a 7. So as I warned you at the beginning, it's not really a hard level puzzle, no higher than a medium. It's probably really an easy puzzle, to be honest with you, but anyway, call it what you want. It was a Sudoku puzzle and it came for free, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you again. Please subscribe to the channel and come back again. Bye bye.